clause has changed baseball?
What do you mean, how did the reserve clause change baseball?
The free agent status. What has it done to the game?
It didn't do nothing for me. I'm out of the game. I don't know what you're talking about. I think it helped quite a few guys make good money. One guy that really got hurt in it, I think, was Coach Flood. I don't think so. I think we got the same line. We got the same players out there. I don't see why it is. I think the players right now are beginning to get money where they should have been receiving money a long time ago. It may hurt the owners a little bit because they have to come with so much money at one time.
You like to talk to kids. Whenever you see 12-year-olds who are really eager to go into baseball, what do you tell them?
I don't tell them about baseball. I do not push kids into anything. I have found out dealing with kids, you treat them like grown-ups. You may say 12 years or 11 years old kids, you treat them just like I would treat you. You talk to them just like I'm talking. You talk to them and you have fun with them, and you just don't say, "Hey, kid, get away from here." Or either, treat them like a kid. You treat them like a grown-up, and that's the way you get to them.
How has the game of baseball changed in the last 10 years, say?
Well, since I'm not playing, I think it's changed a lot. I love baseball, and when you say change, they play the same kind of ball. They haven't changed, but they only change in generations, like the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. Every area have their own superstar, which is so-called, and I think the time I was playing, we had about 4 or 5, Aaron, Clemente, Musial, Williams, and all the guys. Now you got to really every year try to find somebody to be a superstar.
Okay, thank you.
Well, toward the tail end of your career about the Giants.
No, I was asked that question a while ago. I didn't say I wasn't treated well about the Giants. I said the trade, the way they traded me to New York City was done very poorly. I didn't know about it until the day that I was traded. I think when you perform with a club so as I did so long with a club, you should be told about the trade, even though they're going to trade you. Everybody's been traded, you know that. But I felt very badly because, hey, I put my life into everything I had with San Francisco. Now you're trading to New York. But if I had to go to any other city, I wouldn't have went because New York was one of my favorite spots. And the lady that owned the club, Mrs. Payson, was like my mother, and she gave me like a 10 to a life, lifetime contract.
Well, I've seen Leo DeRocher on the Tonight Show, and he said, by today's standards, there wouldn't be enough money to pay you the way they're paying some of the players today.
Well, you said one thing right there. You said if.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that what if. Sure, if I was coming along today, a lot of things could happen, but I had good years when I played baseball. I had fun. I was paid well. It's just unfortunate that the reserve clause came in after I, quit.
Is that catch you made on Wirtz in '54? Is that one of your all-time thrills? Or?
No, I didn't have thrills for just catching a baseball. My really ambition was playing baseball was for the fans, to make them enjoy themselves. When you play $4 or $5 to come out and see a ball player play, I think if the 50,000 or 40,000 people are there, go home happy, then I was happy. Winning and losing is very important in baseball.
I guess you admire the way Pete Rose plays baseball.
Well, I admire
that type of player.
You can't single out just one guy because he's doing well. Now, you're talking about Pete Rose because of the record. You got many other guys around the league are playing football.
No, I'm not singling him out of the record. I'm talking about the flair he has for baseball, the way he plays all out every day.
Well, we got a lot of those guys that does the same thing, that plays all out every day. That's what I don't like. We got a lot of good ball players in the league, but everybody single out one guy. Last couple of years, you're talking about Johnny Bench being the best catcher. Now, Johnny's been sick this year. You don't want to talk about Johnny, so you talk about Pete.
Right.
Every year, you guys pick a guy and you talk about it, which I don't really understand that. I think if a guy is good, he's good every year. And Pete's been good every year. He doesn't need all those praises because he knows, I know for sure that he's one of the true competitors as far as the game goes.
Okay, thanks, Willie.
Hello, Mr. Mays. I'm Wanda Miller from Channel 13. You're no longer playing baseball. What is Willie Mays doing these days?
What am I doing? Well, it take me about 10 minutes to really tell you because I travel so much. I work for about 4 or 5 companies, primarily the Mets, a company called Ogden Corporation, which is involved in racetracks. I work for Hartfield Zoda, which is involved in supermarkets. I work for a stockbroking company. I play a lot of golf for kids and charities, so I do many things right now, more than I did when I played baseball.
Do you miss not playing?
The first 2 years I did. The Mets and I had problems because of that, because I couldn't watch the games and they wanted me to stay there. So right now I'm getting to the point where I can, at least watch it for a while.
You've had a really long and satisfying career with the Giants and the Mets. Is there any one particular game or play that stands out in your mind?
Again, I didn't play for the satisfaction of myself. I played for the satisfaction of many people that seen me play, and I think anybody that say, hey, I had a wonderful game today, he really is not worrying about winning or losing. He's worried more about an individual play than anything else.
You're here tonight to play Frank Robinson in a home run hitting contest. How do you think you'll do?
I don't really care. I just enjoy life. Whatever I do comes up. If I happen to hit the ball, fine. I've been that way all my life. Even when I played, I never went to the ballpark expecting to hit a home run or expecting to catch a ball. I do things on the spur of the moment. If I'm strong, I'll hit it out. If I'm not, I may not even come close to the warning track. I don't really know. I think people understand that I'm out of baseball now. They just want to see you, and you be kind to them, and they'll be kind to you. Home run hitting contest is something that is an added attraction to get people into the ballpark, and I'm just glad that I'm a part of it so that I can help people come into the ballpark.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, Dan Guilfoyle from 3WG. It's a real pleasure to have you here in Rochester. You were speaking before about superstars and the trouble that it is to find somebody of the caliber of a Clemente, Mays, Mantle today. Is there anybody that really excites you that you enjoy watching today in the game of baseball?
I only had one guy. That was the manager. That was my hour before I started playing professional ball. Baseball doesn't excite me when I don't play. It seems like it might be a dull game, but I wouldn't dare say it because it's not dull to the people that is playing the game. But when you're not playing and you're not participating in the game, it just seems like it's a dull game to myself.
Do you think possibly the fellas become complacent after a year or two because they get into the higher salary brackets? Do you think this might have something to do with the fact that nobody seems to sustain that fantastic batting average other than Rod Carew? There are very few around.
Well, you're looking at things the wrong way. They didn't just get this money this year because of what they're doing this year. They got this money over many years. You look at a guy making $3 million and you say, well, he should hit 500. Why should he hit it? I don't really think that's fair to the guy. I think it's more important that he could get that type of money. That doesn't mean he has to hit 25 or 30 home runs to say, okay, he's getting $1 million for what? He's getting $1 million because he deserves it, and I think when you try to put a price on what he should do for that particular year, is very wrong.
I thought it was quite interesting this past spring when Lyman Bostock, after a bad April, gave up his salary for that month, donated it to a charity supposedly. He came upon that money quite quickly, and that seems to be an exception. You don't find many people like that, and now he's hitting over 300. I think that's really interesting.
Well, if you have a good account, that month is good for him. He get the tax deduction out of that, so you got to look at many things involved in that.
Right.
My account also said the same thing. You have to give quite a bit of money to charity so that Uncle Sam don't take a lot of the money. So I don't know what he gave back, but whatever he gave back is double to him as far as taxes are concerned. But I don't believe in those kind of things. I love baseball, but I wouldn't just give it back to the people just because I hit 100 for a month. and I have did it many times. I have went over 24, over 30, but I wouldn't give my month's salary back just because I did that. Then I'll turn it around. If I hit 400, they don't give me no raise.
Right.
So why should I give it back to them?
Right. Thank you very much.
Mr. Mays, I have one question. You're no longer an active player. Would you consider managing a ball club?
I don't have time, man. Really, I don't have time. I work for too many people, and plus, I would have to take too much in salary cut. You know, they only, and plus managers get fired too quickly. I don't want that job. You know.
Thank you.
Sure.
You were with the Giants, and the Giants and the Dodgers were the first two clubs to move out to the West Coast. Did you see any real big changes or any big adjustments in going out to the West Coast and beginning that coast to coast travel during the season?
It was a big change there because one time the Dodgers had they didn't win games at all for 1 year. They couldn't even hardly win a game, so there wasn't no rival there because we was winning and they wasn't. So it taken them a little while to get the rival back together.
Is there a difference now just in the coast to coast travel as opposed to back when you started when
Traveling is concerned?
Yeah, just the difference in
3 hours different in time. It is.
Okay.
You tried going 3 hours in different time and trying to play ball. Even from New York City to Houston, you have that wear and tear on you. So it's a great deal of different there.
And looking back on your career, you set so many records and were such a whale of a ball player for so long. There had to be a couple of pitchers who gave you a tougher time than maybe some of the others. Who were some of the toughest people that you had to hit against?
Well, a lot of tough pitchers, but I was lucky to hit them. Koufax, Drysdale, Robert Roberts, Spahn, Don Newcomb. But I was lucky, to get my 1 or 2 hits, but I didn't like them. But that was, I was lucky there.
The Giants and the Dodgers have had the rivalry for so long. This year, it seems to have rekindled again. Did you find yourself getting more up for a ball game when you had to play the Dodgers?
No. When I played every day like it was a World Series. I don't know if you even see me play baseball.
Yeah, I have.
If you see me play baseball, I played the same just about every day. Whether I played Philadelphia or I played the Dodgers, I didn't know any other way to play. I played to win, and I was really an entertainer. And if I entertain people to the fact that I played a good ball game, doesn't make any difference what team you're playing.
You played alongside Willie McCovey for quite a while.
Let's change that. McCovey played alongside of me because I came first.
I'm sorry. Willie McCovey played alongside you for many, many years. Are you surprised that he's hung on as long as he has?
That's not so. Willie McCovey played first base. I played the outfield. That's a different. He played 1 year in the outfield alongside me. So playing first and playing the outfield is much more different. And plus, 38, 39 is really not a bad age if you keep your body in condition. I played to 42, so I probably could have played long if I'd have had the right treatment as far as playing 2 or 3 days a week. I probably could have played long, but I don't know. But I found myself not really wanting to play baseball, and that's when I got out.
Willie, thank you.
Sure.
Well, do you like the DH? Do you like it?
He's from the morning paper.
I have to know.
Okay. Greg, why don't you come up here?
That's all right. I don't
No.
know everything right now.
Okay. I want you to.
Thank you.
This fellow's this is Rudy Marsky from the morning paper.
All right. Go ahead, Rudy.
Yeah, you like the DH, and our National League's voted it down again.
Well, I think the National League is too strong for that right now. We have more of strategy than the American League. I'm not putting the American League down by any means, but there's two things happening here. The guys over in the National League can go over to the American League and still have 2 or 3 years left to play. I think it helped a lot of guys, and it's still helping a lot of guys. One for us, Enrico Cardi, he's been playing for quite a while. Willie Harden, Billy Williams played over there. A lot of these guys came from the National League, but I think we have a little better quality of baseball players in the National League than the American League.
So they don't really need a DH yet in the National.
Not right now, but I'm sure they'll probably come up with it some kind of way.
What about again, the National also voted down interleague play too. Would you like that?
I am not the one to decide on that. You know, you're asking me a question where they have committees to study those kind of things. If you ask me something about the field, I could probably tell you. You don't know whether it was 43 or 5 or 6 or whatever.
Three teams voted for it.
How many?
3 teams voted for it.
Okay, how many teams in the league? 24?
No, 9.
National.
12.
No, 12 teams?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
9 to
Yeah.
3.
it's a big difference then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if those teams represented, let's say, what people wanted. But then again, if they're voting for the way they want to, and that's it.
They're voting for how much money they can make. That's why they have the 3 games for the playoffs. That's why we didn't have that before. You know.
Well, maybe this is going too far again, but for 1980, there's a proposal. At least Bowie Coons quoted for this that to split the leagues into 3 division each league and add 2 more teams.
He's quoted as saying that. That doesn't mean they're
No,
going
I
to
know
do
he
it.
wants it, but I don't know if it'll happen. I mean,
That doesn't mean anything. You know, each club have their own say-so. The commission have his, and the owners have to vote on it, and they have a committee to vote on it. So one guy doesn't really change the strategy of a ball club.
Yeah. Well, what would be your thoughts on that?
I just said that.
So it doesn't matter what you think. Yeah.
Correct. It doesn't matter what I think. It depends on what they're going to do. I could think many ways, and still things going to happen, and as long as they're making money, they're going to continue with it.
Okay. Thanks.
Greg? Where'd Greg go?
I'm going to walk in the other room there.
Any gentlemen have any other questions?
I was curious. What do you think of the AstroTurf? How that's changed the game a little? Is that good or bad? What was your opinion of the AstroTurf? You played on it at its start, and now
I didn't play on it that long.
No, I know. And now quite a few fields have gone to it. What do you think of AstroTurf?
It's good for the hitters,
Yeah.
bad for the runners. You can get shin splints on it. The first one I played on was in Houston, Texas, and it was I had to actually play 3 games there, and you set out 2 because we used to go from there to grass, and the shin splints that would be very bad. But I'm sure that many games would be rained out if you didn't have the AstroTurf, you know. But I don't think I would like to play on it because there's no footing there. You know,
Right.
you're running on like you're running on cement.
So it'd probably take a little out of the life of a ball player, too.
I would have to say yes. Football too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Any other questions?